One of the biggest mistakes creators make is believing they need some gigantic, complicated freebie before they can grow their email list. So they spend 3 months writing a 47-page ebook and then barely anyone signs up. Meanwhile, we have another content creator who just throws together a one page checklist in an hour and gets hundreds of subscribers. Which one are you? Hey, I'm Carrie Beck with Family eBiz, where we help families start and scale online businesses so they can find freedom in their life to do what they're called to do. Did you realize that these smaller, faster lead magnets often convert better because they solve one tiny problem immediately? Let's talk about where you are right now. Most of you already have some blog posts, or you have some podcast episodes, or you have some videos, or some social posts, but your list is not growing consistently. You think, I need a bigger freebie, a better freebie, something bigger. I need a whole full course before I can promote anything. These are lies in your head. They are not the truth. That is imposter syndrome, and you need to put that away. And let's focus on what is really true about you and your business. Because the reality is, bigger is usually slower, bigger is usually complicated, and complicated delays action. People don't know what to do because it's so complicated. People are overwhelmed and they need bite-sized benefits, bite-sized transformations, things that will work, quick wins. Nobody needs another giant ebook or another 40-minute training. Actually, these episodes, I've been trying to go to about 10 minutes each. I hope I make it this time. Or another complicated resource. What they want is a quick win, fast clarity, and immediate help. You see, people are not going to download or sign up for your freebie based on size. They download on the speed of solution. Although I had one student that said, I don't like those one-page things. And I'm like, yes, but we can make one-pagers that actually give people a quick win. There's a man named Justin Welsh. He is the Gumroad founder. And at the time, many creators at the time were building 6 and 7 figure businesses from templates, swipe files, many resources. So Justin Welsh decided he was going to be known for lightweight digital resources, very simple systems creators could implement quickly. And that's what he did. It was a minimalist approach to internet marketing. He helped grow a large creator business because people wanted practical transformation, not overwhelmed with a lot of complication. The simpler the solution feels, the more likely people are to opt in. If you're multitasking, come back to me. The simpler the solution feels, the more likely people are to opt in. So, what do I want you to do right now? I want you to go look at your latest podcast or blog post, whatever that content is, and ask yourself, what is one quick action someone could take away from this piece of information? And turn that one action into a checklist, a script, a swipe file, a worksheet, something they could implement this week. For example, if you're podcasting about fitness trainer business. Your audience are fitness trainers. You could create a 7-step launch kit or launch checklist for fitness trainers. If you're blogging about gardening, you could do 5 tricks to create your ideal garden space. Don't overcomplicate it. Just do something simple for you and simple for them to implement. So, what are some ideas? You could do a checklist, 10 things to do before your kids become a teenager. Templates, a character building template, a podcast outline template, swipe files. This could be AI prompts in your area or subject lines, sales emails, recipes, templates, scripts. If you make sales call, what's the framework for that sales call? Quick start guides like cooking, a one pager on cooking dinner in 30 minutes and what you need to do. These work because they reduce friction. People think, I can actually use this today or this week. But when they look at it and say it's going to take me 6 weeks with this free lead magnet, they're like, no, thank you. I need something that is way too much for me. It makes me think of Pablo Picasso and his sketches. He often created very rapid sketches and mini studies before he ever created a larger work. Those small, quick creations actually became incredibly valuable just on their own. What does that mean for you? Quick execution often creates momentum, more so than waiting for perfection. Good is good enough. So, quick execution often creates momentum. Your audience does not need your masterpiece first, they need momentum. Now, I want to share one of mine, and then I'm going to go through a few different niches. And so, this is my scrappy list building checklist, one page. Now, there are some other pages about how to use it and stuff, but basically, this is the content on building your list in a scrappy way. And there are 7 ways to do that. You could print this out and put it on the wall. Now, 7 may sound like too many, but I will tell you, this, if you just look at this, you could pick one of those and do it this week. The other thing I do on the back end is for each one of these ideas, every day they get one email for 7 days. So that gives them a little more information. But I can start with this and I can get people to start seeing transformation in their online businesses. Let's say you're in the garden niche and people are frustrated because weeds keep taking over the garden bed. I can relate. Well, your quick fix could be use this simple weed control checklist to stop weeds before they spread. It's weekly. Every week you do this, and you could say it takes 10 minutes a week. I don't know, I'm making that up. And then you say download the one-page garden weed checklist below. This solves a specific problem. It is a fast solution and it is easy to implement this week. We're not saying join my garden newsletter. We're saying get the weekly weed control checklist. Let's say you're in the travel industry and you create road trips. People are overwhelmed trying to plan a road trip without wasting time and without wasting money. So you're going to create a 7-stop road trip planner template to map your route in 15 minutes. And you have to be able to do all this. I'm just giving you some ideas. And they subscribe, grab the free road trip planning template below. Why does this work? Because it solves one immediate pain point. They don't want to waste money and they don't want to waste time. It gives them a quick and practical solution and it provides a clear outcome. You're not saying subscribe for my travel updates. You're saying get the exact road trip template planner or the road trip planner, however is easiest. Another one, overwhelmed planning podcast episodes. That was me a while back. Use this 5-step episode outline template. This is something I actually do use. I guess I could give it away as a lead magnet. They can download it free. This works because it is specific to planning your podcast. It is immediate and it's easy to understand. I'm not saying join my newsletter. I'm saying get the exact podcast planning checklist. So what I want you to do is just look at one piece of content. Think of maybe 3 different micro lead magnets you can make. You're not going to make them all, but just brainstorm. Even go to ChatGPT and get some ideas. It could be, say, you're using a podcast on quilting or cooking. It's a checklist. Maybe it's a cooking prep timeline. Maybe it's swipe copy for quilters or quilting businesses. And then what I want you to do is make one piece of content. For cooking, one piece of content can feed your cooking prep for months. And so you can give them a checklist, a 30-day checklist they could use every single month. That would be something simple for them to do. You see, simple ideas spread faster than overwhelming systems. Simple ideas spread faster than the overwhelming systems you're trying to give them. Your audience does not need bigger. They need clarity and speed. Stop waiting to build the perfect freebie. Build a quick solution people can use immediately. This is a micro lead magnet. And I would challenge you this week to make one and offer it wherever you are advertising your lead magnets to get new people on your list. And as I say that, this is my one of my micro lead magnets, scrappy list building checklist. We will have a link in the show notes for you to actually download it, and you can see a sample of what I've done. This is a very popular lead magnet, very popular freebie. And so I would highly recommend you just grabbing that and seeing what it's all about. Hey, I'm Carrie Beck with Family eBiz. Thanks for spending time with me. We'll talk to you next time.